Welcome to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan. Today we're going to be making a black bean dish, and we're going to be putting some potatoes on top of it. So we're going to start out with potatoes. I've already got the little round potatoes, about this big, little red potatoes, and I boiled them in a little bit of salt water, just a little bit of salt water. And now then, what I'm going to do is put them in the oven and hopefully get them crispy. So we're going to add some salt to them. Salt. Okay. And we're going to add black pepper. Okay. We're going to add some chili powder. This is going to be a really good, when it gets done, it's going to be really tasty. This can go on top of the black beans. We're putting this here as paprika. Okay. We're going to add just a little bit of cumin powder to it, just a little bit, not too much. A little bit of cumin powder. Okay. And we're going to add, let's see, a little bit of chipotle. Got to have chipotle pepper in there. Okay. And then we're going to add just a little bit of cornstarch to get it good and crispy. This will help crisp it up when you put it in the oven. Okay. And we've got our dry ingredients in there. So I'm just going to kind of twist around with my hands. Your hands are better than a spoon because a spoon sometimes breaks it up too bad. So, and again, these potatoes have already been cooked for about, well, they're just soft. Okay, I'm going to rinse my hand off real quick. And now that I'm going to add the wet to it, I'm going to add a little bit of malt vinegar, just for a little extra flavoring. Just sprinkle that on there. And I'm going to add a little bit of, this is the green Tabasco. It's made with jalapenos. It's not real hot, but it adds a good amount of flavor to it. So we're going to put that on there. Okay, put a little more. We like ours a little spicier than a lot of people do. But if you don't like spice, don't put it on here. And then finally, we're going to put just a little bit of brown mustard on here. Okay, so we're going to put some brown mustard on there. Okay, so again, I'm just going to stir around my hands just a little bit. And that's all we're going to put in there. Now the oven is preheating at 400 degrees. We got a pan lined with parchment paper on here. We're going to put it on here. And if I can get it out without dropping the bowl, my hands are so slippery. Spread it around. Just like that. Okay. Now then, rinse my hands real quick. And we're going to put this in the oven. This is what it looks like right now before being cooked. And okay, it's in the oven at 400 degrees. Now then, we're going to start cooking our black beans. Okay. First of all, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here just to keep it from sticking, to very little bit. And I'm going to add, this is one onion. And you can already hear it cooking. And this is going to be a soup mixture, black bean soup. So you've got the onions in here. It's one white onion. We'll let that cook just for a second. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to add some of the dry ingredients too. We love cumin and the black bean stuff. So put some cumin in there. We're going to also add, again, some chipotle, plain old chipotle pepper. Okay. And we're going to add a little bit of turmeric. Now, turmeric is just so healthy for you. It helps your joints. But again, if you're on blood pressure medicine, you may not want to do this step. But I'm not on blood pressure medicine, so I can do it. I'm going to put chili powder in here. Okay. And a little bit of onion powder. Well, I'm not putting onion powder. We got onions in there. I'm not doing garlic either. I've already got it in there. So I'm going to do some black pepper. Okay. And that's cooking really good. I do need a little spoon to start with. So, okay. Cooking really good. Now then I'm going to add my garlic. This is actually 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to put that in there. And this smells just incredible. I may start coughing in a minute. It's so strong, those spices. And we're going to cook this with some vegetables, okay? But to keep it from sticking, we're going to put a black and tan beer in there. And it may call for 2 because we want it kind of soupy. So, but you know, if we're cooking, we're also drinking. And you see how dark that beer is? This is black and tan, dark beer. It does taste wonderful. It's going to give us a lot of flavor. You can see the steam coming up. Okay. So now then, what I've done, I've already diced up. This is just 1 small to medium carrot. I'll put that in here. And this was just a celery top. Just the top of a celery. Put that in there. And this is a large mammoth or jumbo, however you want to call it, jalapeno. They're not very hot, but they give a lot of flavor. Okay. And then we're going to add 1 ear of corn. I'm going to put 1 ear of corn in there so you can see it. Okay. So we got the corn, the carrots, the jalapeno, and the celery in there. And this will all break up. What I did is I cooked the ear of corn in the microwave. Okay. And I think I put salt in here, but I'm not sure. We're going to add some more salt just to be sure. I don't think I put salt in there, so some salt. And now we're going to also put a can of tomato paste, because tomatoes are so good for you. We want to make sure we get that in there. Okay, get that out the best we can. And okay, get that out. We're also going to add 1 can of diced tomatoes. Again, that adds more liquid. And folks, if you're not eating tomatoes, y'all really need to. They say it helps men a lot. Helps avoid prostate problems. And y'all don't want that. You don't want prostate problems. So eat all you can. And I'm also going to put this organic no salt seasoning. Again, it's got a lot of spices in there. So I always put that in there. Okay. And let's see what else. Oh, star of the show. I cooked these black beans. They've got no salt. They're cooked just plain just like come out of a can. But I cooked them. I'm going to put these in there. And my wife was saying that they would not fit, but what a perfect fit that is. Okay, so I'm going to stir this around. And I got one more thing to put in there. And as thick as this is already, I see I'm going to have to get another beer. I'm going to need another beer. And I got to put, this is sour cream. This is vegan sour cream. I got a spoon here for it. I'll put just a good spoon like that. I'll put two just for funsies because it tastes so good. Okay, now I'm going to add the rest of the beer, and I'm going to have let's rinse the can out the best we can. I'm going to stir this around with a knife to get all we can out of here. And also, when you put your knife in here to stir it around, use the back side of the knife, not the sharp side. It will save your knife. So I'm a kind of a knife nerd. I like my knife sharp. So people doing that just kind of drives me crazy. So anyway, that's it. We're gonna cover this up, let it cook until the potatoes are done. I'm gonna put more beer in here. We're probably gonna need another beer. So anyway, we're gonna cover this up now. We'll come back in about, let me stir it real quick first. Let me stir it real quick so y'all can see it. Let it cook for 25, 30 minutes. And then we'll show you what it looks like when it's done. See y'all in a minute. Okay, this has been cooking now for about 45 minutes. And this is a very thick, hearty black bean soup. So let's get some out. You see what it looks like. Okay, just like that. Now, that's what it looks like. I'm going to put a little bit more sour cream in here. Just a little bit, not much. And then behind me here are the potatoes. And that's a play on croutons. Croutons are processed. These are crispy potatoes here, if you can see them. And I'm going to put some of these on top, and they're real crispy. And just like that. Now I'll show you the finished product now. So also, it's what it looks like. You can see that. And I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of lime zest. The lime zest is very, very healthy. Please don't ever throw that away. Zest it. Put a little bit on there. Okay. We got some fresh lime juice we're going to put on there. Okay. And finally, an avocado slice. 2 slices on there just for like that. And we're going to see what it tastes like. Okay. Stir it together. And can you see it? It's very, very hot. That is so good. It is so good. It tastes the lime, the black beans, the spices. The potato here is still a little bit crunchy. That is so good. Y'all, please try this. You will love it. I'm Tipsy Vegan.